Hello, everyone. I'm Adam with AEW Maine Treasure Adventures. Today, we are at our first ever metal detecting event. The event is being put on by Mainely Dirt Fishing. It's called Mainly Dirt Day Metal Detecting Event. The incredible thing about this event is he put it together in about 3 weeks. Usually, something like this takes months to plan and put on this type of an event. Rob did everything out of pocket with no sponsors. He did have a number of companies donate items to the giveaway and raffles. There is over 300 items for the giveaways, drawings, and raffles. Some of the prizes are 4 different metal detectors, 3 gold pan kits, a bunch of pay dirt bags, 2 magnet kits, hats, gloves, a ton of silver coins. They also have some raffles for certain items, like a 10-ounce silver bar, autographed digger from Aquachigger and Quarter Hoarder, metal detector, 50/50 raffle, and a bunch of other cool items. We will take a closer look once we get towards the end of the day. Today's Mainly Dirt Day metal detecting event was in memory of Andrew Coolbreath, Rob's son that unexpectedly passed away this summer. We are here in Springfield, Maine, and this place has a ton of history on the 16-acre property. This has been one of the oldest continuous fair locations in Maine. It dates back to 1850. Only Skowhegan State Fair is older, 1818. Matter of fact, the oldest continuous fair in the nation is in the state of Maine. The Springfield Fair takes place usually around the middle of June every year, so if you're in Maine, you should check it out next year. From the animals, food, demolition cars, to the musical guest, they have a little something for the whole family to enjoy. And it's a great learning experience about the agriculture part of Maine. They even have an amazing museum right on the grounds that have all kinds of cool relics from years past. I'll put all the contact information and links for the Springfield Fair down in the description. Give them a follow and come check them out next summer. Let's get back to the metal detecting event. I had to try to stay away from all the other detectors because it was making my detector go crazy. I started behind a couple of the oldest buildings and in between where a lot of the horse tracks are located. So let's see what we can find. Our first target was a super rare bottle cap. Bottle cap. It's one of a trillion that were made. I guess it's not so rare. I feel like you just have to dig these signals because it could be something really good, or in this case, a bottle cap. Budweiser, king of beers. Bottle cap. The bright side is, it's out of the ground now. After digging about 4,000 bottle caps in a row, I found a pull tab. These also give off a pretty good signal. Oh yeah. We got a fancy pull tab. Up next, we got a target next to the old fence post. At first, I was hoping for something horse related, but it's a bolt and washer. We got a bolt with a washer. This next find was one of my favorite finds of the day. 2 to 4 inches down. We got a ring. We just got a ring.
You got a ring?
Yeah. This ring has a cool looking stone in it. I couldn't locate any stamps in the ring, but it was also really dirty and had mud caked on it. I'll take a closer look at it when I get home. Look at this. That is pretty cool. Oh, right here. Our next target was a penny. I don't think it's very old. It's a penny. And it's not a Wheatie. Not that old. Our next target was a penny. That's all right. This was the weirdest find of the day for me. 2 to 4 inches down. 70, 71. A battery terminal. That's interesting. All right. It's a battery terminal. We got another penny. It's another penny. Another coin. 2 to 4 inches down. This was another one of my favorite finds, a unicorn pendant. I hear that these unicorns are extremely rare. They are like 1 in a million find.
What are my chances?
Not good.
You mean not good like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of a million.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
I had so many targets. I normally dig everything, but today I skipped over a lot of the iron hits and focused on some of the higher tones. I guarantee some of the stuff I skipped are probably some cool horse stuff and some older relics. I would love to detect here again. Definitely some older stuff in the ground here. I'll try to show off some of the older stuff that other people found here today. Half of a beaver tail pull tab. This is a horse tack nail. Little tack nail. Right there. Another bottle cap. Running up as the 60s. Oh, right here. Another pull tab. Right in here. Yeah. The very next target, another pull tab. It's a pull tab. Here. We got some random metal. I have no idea what this used to be. I thought it was going to be something good. Piece of random metal. I had to dig one good nail for the road. Even when I try to escape them and not dig them, I get a nail. Our last find was another beaver tail pull tab. It is another beaver tail pull tab. As noontime got closer, everyone did a seated hunt or a token search. One for the adults and another one for the kids. In 2 different locations. 240 total tokens. Each token represents a prize.
All right, everybody, there's 160 tokens. Let her rip. Get excited.
Let's see what the adult side looks like sped up. It's a It's about time for lunch, so let's take a break from detecting and go check it out. Along with all the prizes, they had enough food to feed a small army. In the morning, they had coffee, juice, danishes, donuts. For lunch, they had ribeye steaks, grass fed beef, hot dogs, burgers, salads, cowboy beans, water, sodas, along with everything else you can think of for food. Nobody went home hungry. After lunch, most everyone went back to metal detecting. I decided not to metal detect anymore and film the rest of the day. Plus, I got to be driven around by the best four-wheeler driver ever, Zoe. Well, the best driver until she sees a puddle. She had to hit every one of them to make sure we both got mud baths. It was still really fun. It's getting towards the end of the day. They're going to start doing the giveaway and drawings. Let's go check it out. These were some of the kids' prizes. The kids made out like bandits. Each kid won a detector with everything that they need to detect, from a digging tool, gloves, fine bag, pinpointer, a gold pan, and or magnet for magnet fishing. Every kid and adult that detected won something. Nobody left empty-handed. This year's event was on September 28th, 2024, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Admission for this year's event was $50 for the entire day, including food, drinks, metal detecting, or $15 if you're not metal detecting. That includes a meal, soda, water, or juice. Kids up to 15 years old got in for free. I can't wait for next year's event. The admission may change, but the event will be bigger and better with more giveaways, raffles, and prizes. Keep an eye out for next year's Mainly Dirt Day metal detecting event. Rob's plan is to give a lot more time before the event to give everyone plenty of time to make plans, to get your tickets, and have plenty of time to plan ahead. I will put a link to all of Mainly Dirt Fishing pages like Facebook and YouTube so you can follow for future dates. Mainly Dirt Fishing has given away 129 metal detectors in the last 2 years, including 94 kids detectors. That is huge for the metal detecting community and ensuring the next generation of detectorists get passionate about finding and saving some of the history that's in the ground. Putting on events like this also help everyone in the hobby by teaching the younger generation how to dig a plug, how to take care of the properties that they are digging on, and learning from others to ensure they do what's right all the time. I think more of these events will help with the stigma that some people on the outside have. They think nobody should be able to detect anywhere. Unfortunately, all it takes is a few bad people to give the hobby a bad name and stop the rest of us that do this for the right reasons from being allowed in certain areas. I also believe all towns, cities, any public property should allow metal detecting to people that have proven they do what's right. That's a great way to save and show off the town's history. I'm a big believer if you find something that you can give back to the owner, do it. Things like historical items, town related, belongs in a museum or the town's historical society for everyone to see and learn from. For everything else you find, like coins and other relics that don't have the same historical meaning or no way to prove an owner, keep them, show them off, recycle items that aren't worth keeping. Everything you dig, good or bad, take it out of the ground, take it with you, because you are cleaning the earth from things being in the ground that shouldn't be there. Things like batteries, lead, toxic items that get into the groundwater and soil that can affect people's health. You're doing your part to help clean the environment and make the world a better place. Even though a lot of the stuff we find is garbage, there is always the possibility of finding something rare or super cool, maybe even some treasure. It's awesome to get people, and especially kids, involved and excited with metal detecting, magnet fishing, or gold panning. It is one of the best ways to get exercise and get out to see the world versus sitting at home watching TV, playing video games, or playing with your phones.
Davis, you won a metal detector. Wow. And you also won a pinpointer. We're gonna get pictures. Great job. I like my head. Oh. You found more tokens than your daddy did.
And I could win.
Yeah, it's the bar. Yeah, it's a 007 diamond song.
You're on video.
Adam won. 97, 98, 99.
Until the next adventure, AEW out. Did you think I forgot to show all my finds for the day? Well, here they are. All the finds of the day. The ring is my favorite. These are the prizes and raffles that I was lucky enough to win. A pinpointer, metal detector, with a bunch of goodies, a ton of silver coins, and the best part was meeting everyone there. I cannot wait to use the detector and pinpointer, as both are waterproof, and I'm interested in trying something different than the Garrett metal detector. I want to thank Mainely Dirt Fishing and also Ohio River History for the ticket. I had a blast, and I hope to see everyone next year at the Mainly Dirt Day metal detecting event. AEW out.